This man is really unlucky. The two men hunt the python together, but the snake doesn't bite, just watching him bite like crazy. And the reason why two people want to catch a python? It's the swamp in Florida at this time. There's an army of cold-blooded killers out there. They're taking over all sorts of places, decimating the local animal population. And pythons are aggressive and breed fast. So the government of Florida, a reward has been issued to fight the snakes, attracted many people to hunt. But pythons aren't the only threat. There are also many poisonous snakes invading the area. After a week of hard training, the hunters have caught nearly 100 pythons. Now, they have decided to take a different tack. That would be to split into two teams. Bill, Bruce, and Zach among them, heading to an abandoned rocket silo to hunt. It was overrun with small mammals. It's the perfect hunting ground for a python, and the silo sits deep in the swamp. As a result, there are almost no people there. And then there's the marshy delta, so-called, because planes crash there all the time, like he's under some kind of curse. And Troy and Chase on the other side, we're headed for a dense forest, responding to the ranch call there, because that's where the African rock python is found. It's a famous killer in Africa. It can be up to 20 feet long, is a notorious murderer, same as Burmese pythons. It's a pet that people release into the wild, and they were recently spotted on the ranch. This proves that these snakes are spreading. Only good hunters to be able to capture them safely. Soon the two met the client. After saying hello to each other, the client briefed them on the situation, and we believe there are African rock pythons. It was placed here a few years ago. After understanding, the two men began to arrest, and in the marshes to the south, Bill, Bruce, and Zach has successfully entered the rocket silo in the swamp, and they set their goals for the day. That's 15 pythons. Then the three men saw a pile of old parts. It's not just boat parts, and parts for the trailer. Even weeds grew out of it. And the situation here is just unbelievable. That's when Bruce saw the python, and then he ran right over there. That's a big python. Bruce immediately grabbed the snake by the tail. A caught snake just turns its head and bites. Look at the sharp teeth when you catch them. It's quite a piece of shit. And the first python caught today. It's 110 pounds worth $380. After watching the snake in the money bag, the crowd was irrepressibly excited. 150 miles to the north, Troy and Chase are searching for the python, but I searched for 2 hours with nothing to show for it. African rock pythons are easy to recognize. The black spots can be seen from the abdomen, and the spearhead conformation on its head, but it's full of tall trees and a place full of grass. The python could have easily escaped. That's when Chase saw the python. The two men immediately ran after him. When he gets close, Chase grabs the tail of the snake. But the snake didn't bite Chase. He snapped at Troy. Well, he caught the snake and put it in the bag. Chase identified the rock python. Get away with it. And the three on the west side, already inside the rocket compound. Although this place looks very scary, but the truth is it's full of horror. There's a river right next to here. There are many snakes coming out of the water, catching rats and basking in the sun. So we know this is a paradise for pythons. After getting off the bus, the search began. But this place is so big. The hunters decided to split up and explore the area. That's when Zach found something. He kicked and found that the snake had dropped its skin. Soon another snake was spotted. After getting close, Zach touched it. The python just curled up together. Can't catch the tail of the snake. The two men immediately used the art of war. Constant detour and teasing. Grab the tail of the python every chance you get. Zach after handing the tail to Bill. He started trying to catch the snake's head. Although the 12-foot python was successfully caught, the hunters have caught 5 so far today. Although the python was successfully placed in the bag, but Zach's hand was still bleeding. But the python didn't bite the flesh off. I don't know how long it's going to take to see Zach again. On the other side of the rocket silo, Bruce, hunting alone, gets nervous, adding in the occasional noise.
What the hell was that, man?
Turns out Zach made that noise. He did it when he jumped into this room. Zach looked at the place and thought,
Hello? Anyone in here?
But after some training, not only the snake did not see it, not even a female ghost. At the same time, in the western forest, Troy and Chase are still searching for African rock pythons. And one day, there's no sign of a rock python, although pythons have poor vision in the dark. But he evolved two complementary organs. That's on the tongue of the python and the pits around the mouth. He can pick up the temperature within 3 feet and draw a picture inside the python's brain. Then Chase heard something. It was the sound of a snake. After some searching, found a coiled python. To protect the important tail, Chase grabbed the tail the first chance he got, but the snake still wouldn't bite Chase. And watching Troy bite like crazy. After the python was caught, coiled on the ground again, but they still put it in a bag. And this 12-foot python wasn't the goal of their trip, and the three on the south side started exploring the perimeter of the rocket silo. Although it's much wider than inside, but there are scattered parts all around. Then Bruce saw the snake. They double-teamed the snake right away. After putting this knife in the bag, they were very happy. It feels like easy money, but it's not easy at all. But it also made them very excited. After that, the three men put the snakes into the bag one by one. That night, the team caught 11 snakes, earned a total of $4,100. Although I still have to achieve today's goal, but the three of us got this one night. It also makes everyone feel very satisfied. When the sun comes up, Troy and Chase to the north. The search for the rock python began again. To catch that African rock python, both even thought about jumping into the water to look for it, ignoring the snake's convenience in the water. But the good news is that they are not in such a hurry. Straight into the water. Then the two men turned back to continue looking for the python. That's when Troy found a knife. The two men ran over immediately. Go around the grass. No trace of a snake was found. They just lost track of each other. Chase was dismayed. And 100 miles to the south, Bill, Zach, and Bruce headed for the mysterious delta. But to understand what's going on here, Bill tracked down the old residence. This guy's been around since the death of his wife. I've been living here ever since. And not many people like that live in swamps. Soon the three men landed on the shore. Bill enjoyed comforting the old man. He made it clear why he was there. After learning about the pythons here, mostly in the vicinity of the plane that crashed, the old man also told, the plane crashed 3 miles from here, and it's a swamp where planes crash all the time. That gave Zach goosebumps, and it's all because of his experience. His teacher's son crashed right here, but that doesn't stop the others. And the two on the west side. I've spent 2 hours with nothing, and no trace of the rock python has ever been found. But they can't let their guard down. After all, you don't know when you found out. As soon as Chase said that, he spotted 2 snakes. I got there and I found out. They're striving for the reproduction of the species. Troy jumped on it. He just pulled the snake out. Before they caught him, the python turned and bit Troy. But the good thing is that Troy is fast. Didn't make it work. And then Chase pulls another one out. They're both holding a snake like this. We're to have fun together. But the 2 snakes kept targeting Troy. Luckily, Chase was able to catch one, not to expose Troy to the bite of 2 pythons. After a long struggle with this snake, Troy grabbed it right away. After catching it, the 2 men looked at it carefully. Knowing those 2 things is not the goal. That's all I can do for $600. After putting the snake in the bag, the 2 men once again set out to find the rock python, and the 3 on the other side. We've made it to the tip of the delta. And the sound startled Zach again. Good thing Bill didn't go any further. Just pull up to the island on the side. Bill had already imagined the number of pythons on the island. Then Bruce saw some eggshells, although it looks like dead leaves. But when we pull out more stuff, convince Bruce it's a snake egg. Look at this python nest. Let people feel sorry for the animals here. Can only try to find traces. That's when Zach spotted the snake. But when Zach got there, it was too late. The crowd immediately searched the neighborhood. I've been searching for a while. Zach found a boa constrictor again. The crowd immediately surrounded him. This also made the fierce snake angry. Just go for Bruce. Although this snake is very fierce, but Zach still had it in his hands. And this python is more than 12 feet long. It's the biggest snake ever. And Chase and Troy on the other side, still looking for that rock python. Then Troy saw a snake's nest. Conditions there are perfect for pythons. But they've been looking for hours. It's afternoon now, but the rock python was never found. This makes them have to search overnight. And the three on the south side, to this plane crash site. It reminds them of the name of the place. It's very chilling. After switching to another island, the three decided to split up, just looking for more places to flip. It also makes them nervous. Suddenly, Bill spotted two snakes, but it looks like he's sleeping. But suddenly, the python took a bite out of Zach. This snake is very cunning. Zach grabbed the snake tail as soon as he escaped. After successfully capturing the python, Zach immediately put the snake in the bag. They turned their heads and began to tackle the other, although they did manage to catch the python. But he was also taken aback by the snakes. And on the other side of the island, Bruce is also fighting the python after I managed to catch him, but it was wrapped around his arm the whole time. I almost made Bruce cry, but I put in the bag anyway. This is the first time Bruce has caught a python alone. Fills his heart with pride. And then the two sides came together. After some counting, the trio caught 16 pythons in 2 days. Then they left the delta and in the west dense forest. The two have been searching for rock pythons all night. Finally found a trace, but I looked for it and I didn't find it. Then they found the river again. Makes them both want to jump in again. That's when Troy found it. And it's not even small. Then the rock python gnawed at Troy again. Good thing we didn't keep chasing. Troy would have run out of the ranch. Although the rock python is coiled in there. Although the snake was caught. But the strength of this snake is enormous. I just crushed Troy's hand. He finally got away with it. And he went straight for Troy. Eventually, the two men caught the rock python again. Look at the belly of this snake. How beautiful it is. After you put the rock python in the bag, you can also hear the neighing of the African rock python and the ferocity of this snake. It also brought great satisfaction to both men. Well, that's all for this program. Give it a thumbs up, and let's look forward to the next episode.